Democratic representatives from the state legislature announced a new police accountability bill right there on the steps to the protesters. 9 News reporter Mark Salinger spoke with the families and joins us now. Mark, what are we seeing tonight as the curfew strikes at 9?
Yeah, Kyle, I want to paint the scene for you right now. There are thousands of people here behind me at the state capitol, much more than we saw last night at this time. Throughout the day, thousands of people have been marching all throughout the streets of Denver, finally ending up here. Now that the clock has struck 9 p.m., they're yelling some obscenities about the curfews. There's no sign that they're going to go home anytime soon. This wasn't the case. This wasn't like this the entire day. It has been peaceful throughout the entire day. Earlier today, and it still is peaceful right now, but earlier today, we have seen and we heard from the families of some people who were killed by police, and they want the protesters to remember their names as well.
On the sixth day of protests, the names of those killed in Colorado united protesters at the state capitol.
He died in Denver City Jail in 2015.
Natalia Marshall is the niece of Michael Marshall, who died in police custody 5 years ago. The city settled the case with the family, and the 6 deputies involved were never prosecuted.
When I see all these people in support, it's a blessing. It's a true blessing. It's a beautiful sight to see, because I actually feel like maybe they really hear us. Maybe they hear us.
Today, she spoke about her uncle to a crowd protesting the death of George Floyd.
My message to the protesters, the peaceful protesters, is thank you. And I'm here to say, Black Lives Matter.
The families of 3 black men killed by police in Colorado joined Democratic state lawmakers as they announced a new bill they say will increase police accountability. They say it's designed to increase transparency to police actions across Colorado.
We will, once and for all, strip the immunity that law enforcement has when they kill us.
Representative Leslie Herod says the bill would, among other things, appoint the state attorney general to investigate all instances where someone died at the hands of law enforcement. It would also allow for law enforcement officers who have acted improperly to be sued by eliminating a shield of immunity, as well as require police across the state to wear body cameras.
I hope these police officers are held accountable. It's not fair that the mayor will call these people murderers, but they still go home to their families.
A step Natalia Marshall feels helps address the issue, bringing everyone together today.
I think finally, it's sad to say, but I think finally.
We reached out to the state Republican Party to hear their response on the bill, but did not hear back. Again, back out live here at the Capitol, I want to paint the scene a little bit more for you. There are fireworks going off in the sky right now as the protest that has been peaceful throughout the entire day, peaceful marching throughout all of Denver, now goes on past the curfew. We haven't seen any police officers here. We'll see if that changes later on tonight. Kyle?
We'll keep track of things, and we'll be talking to you more in just a bit.